Shout out to Hannah dear for the lovely llama blanket she made me. His mommy thinks he's dead. Spoiler, he's not. This is a good way to start out, at least for me, because criminal children are awesome. Dude, I just got done reading Cinder, and there's another plague going on. Dude, if I was doing the trial, I'd fail. I am not good with tests. Too much anxiety. I really want to know what they test you in this trial, though. Is it like SAT math test, science test? Is it like an obstacle course? Is it like some divergent dog, knife, cheese thing? I don't know what this means, but for some reason it's really making me scared. I'm liking June, little snarky know-it-all. Ooh, it does sound like an obstacle course. I'm getting a weird vibe from this Thomas fella. If they know his name, if we know he went through the trial, there has to be some record on what he looks like. I mean, the teachers watched him go through the trial, so why doesn't anyone in this government know what Day looks like? I really like Matthias, or however you pronounce his name. He's just such a warm, loving brother. But unfortunately, because of the little description, I already know he's gonna die. A gasoline-soaked snowball. That is genius. The snowball melts. You can't find the source of the fire. It's perfect arson. Help, I think I've been stabbed. Waiting room's on the left. Please have a seat. There it is. You'll never take me alive! Wait, what? He fed me a purple slice of orange. I officially don't care about anything else now. I don't care how this plague started. I don't care about Day's life of crime or how smart June is. I just want to know what sort of world exists where an orange is purple. I don't care what the book jacket said. You cannot be dead. It was just a shoulder wound. Unless Thomas killed him. Oh, how convenient. Matthias is dead, and now Thomas gets promoted. A direct reading from Legend by Mary Lou. I know what you mean. I reach over from June's perspective and pat his hand to reassure him. Him being Thomas. He gives me a smile. He looks like he wants to say something more, then decides against it and turns his eyes away. You know what he wants to say? I killed your brother. That's the vibe I'm getting. What is this word? Gaudy? Not gaudy, but gaudy. Are they setting up a romance between Tess and Day? Because I'm just not feeling it. And another for the simple, creepy act of kissing her on the cheek. So is the microphone like stitched into her cheek? Or is she like, did she like stick it in there? And she's like holding it like this as she's walking down the streets. 100 pages in and I still don't know barely anything about this world. I don't know why the colonies and the Republic are fighting. I don't know how this plague happened, who started it, if it just arose naturally, or is it like biological warfare. Basically the only things I know is Day is really good at stealing. He's agile. June's just as good. But besides the trial and their military, I know nothing. I'm very interested in June, how she got so smart, how she got a perfect score. Did she really have to work hard on it, or was she just born a child genius? I want to know more about Day. I want to know, besides watching his father get beaten up by the police and getting his arms broken, I want to know what got him, really motivated him into crime, and I want to know how he hurt his knee. But besides those two characters, and Matthias, who I was really liking, and how creepy Thomas is, I know nothing. I'm gonna leave off page 100 for today, and hopefully things pick up and starts explaining things, because right now, just the two main characters is keeping me in the story. Aw, Day gets a little jealous when people talk to Tess. Fight, 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 fight! Dude, she brought a knife to a fist fight. Dude, that made my arm hurt. So, guess who just met face to face? Day and June, yes, that's right. But guess what I'm thinking about right now? Another face-to-face meeting. I got back home at 3:30 in the morning last night. Well, this morning technically. So let's see how well my brain works today. So, I've been thinking. Yes, Mom! So remember how Day breaks into the hospital and he knows that his parents' door, his family's door, has been sprayed with that weird X, the X with 3 lines? And when he breaks into the hospital, in the little refrigerator, that's what I'm calling it, that has all the cure, the vaccine, the antibodies, whatever the medical term is, he clearly sees the vials with that same shape on it, but he doesn't take that. He takes the suppressants instead. If it would have been me, knowing that that mark was associated with my family, but I didn't know what it was, I still would have took it, as well as the suppressants. So why didn't he? I bet it's gonna come back to bite him when he's like, oh, this is the new strain I overheard those policemen talking about. Why didn't I take them while I could? Day and June finally met face to face after a pretty nice scene, epic fist fight, nice wholesome fun, till, someone starts slashing you with a knife and you gotta break their arm. But what are you gonna do? June did the logical thing. You try to knife me, I break your arm. Day just met June, and he already just really wants to kiss her and run her fingers through her dark hair. What's up with all these random numbers they keep finding? 318, 2544. These number things are popping up where this new strain of virus is showing up. So I guess they're sort of responsible for the new virus, the fancy X virus. Matthias? Comment below on what you think it's pronounced as. So much teenage love. Legend by Mary Lou, making changing bandages sexy since 2011. They're kissing, but June still has that microphone in her cheek. Imagine Thomas listening to all this.
Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you.
A little word of advice to all my fellow criminal masterminds out there. Never kiss anyone. Something always goes wrong. Something does. Don't kiss anyone. Never get drunk. Never keep a diary. One of those 3 things always does you in. Oh, she knows. She gonna kill you, boy. I was not expecting this to happen so early in the book. I was hoping 200 pages in, but no, this is 140. Especially when there's sequels. I was sort of hoping that they don't figure it out till like the very last book. Thomas takes sadistic pleasure in torture, seems oddly detached. That's 7 against him. His name's Daniel! Dude, that was drama. I'm so glad this revelation, betrayal, got moved to the middle of the book instead of what I was expecting it at the end. Thomas, you just shot Day's mom. I'm counting that as 2. Day's mom did not deserve that. She was a good lady, and she just got her son back. Stopping at page 174 for now. I'm going to jog, because I just ate a bowl of ginger snaps and I feel sugary. But I was getting sort of bored when, after the big skits fight scene, we had all that action, and then we had June and Day insta-loving each other, kissing. But then it picked up. It got real fast, and I'm happy with it. Now Day's being tortured. His mom is dead. Day realizes the plague is probably spread on purpose, and June wants to cut off the fingers of his family. All in all, it has my attention again. So, going on a jog. I hope no dogs chase after me this time. I had to pepper spray a dog once, I'll tell you guys about it some other time. I ended up pepper spraying myself, but the dog ran away. New name for the segment, Sweaty and Spoilers. The subject, Mr. Thomas. Last name, unknown. The subject, June. Location, some impromptu ball in celebration of Day's capture. The passage, his hair is carefully combed back. He touches my arm with one gloved hand. Before the murder of Day's mother, I would have smiled at him. Now I feel a chill at his touch. And pull away. That's a nice even 10, sir. Chilly touch. You can't have that. And now we're meeting the Elector Primo. I really wish I cared, but we don't know him. I'm not all that impressed by him. We know nothing, barely anything about this government except they hate patriots. Do we, perhaps, have a love rectangle going on with June, Day, Thomas, and now this handsome Aiden fella? Thomas is jealous. The Elector's son drops dead. Oh no! I was joking, but the mic was on. He heard everything. Oh, Day's gonna die. Oh gosh. Oh. Oh, this kid is psycho. Oh. Day also got a perfect score. How did they start calling him Day? Thomas heard them kiss. Day sometimes walks a fine line between being really smart and being way too emotional to be really, really smart. But even when he's like listening to his death by firing squad sentence, he's still thinking, how can I save my family? Which I respect. Some questions just got answered. So Daniel, who is Day, he passed his trial with flying colors, perfect score. But for some reason, instead of like building him up as this perfect child of the Republic, a glorious specimen of their awesomeness and whatever, good genes, prodigy, golden child, whatever, they experimented on him. They took like skin samples out of his knee, they extracted something from his eye, and they tried to monitor his heart, but apparently they accidentally stopped his heart and they thought he was dead. So that's why they don't know he's Daniel, and then he came back as Day. I didn't know Day wasn't his real name. I still want to know how he got to be called Day. You know, if I was the commander of the Republic and I had custody over the most wanted criminal of the Republic, and said criminal had a leg infection, but was scheduled to be executed in 4 days, I would be like, dude, heck with it, just cut the leg off, instead of like putting him through surgery and all that stuff. I don't have paint, so this is gonna have to do. Yeah. Team Day. Okay, got something new. Tossing June to the ground. Ooh, Thomas versus Day. Bet he's gonna punch him in the mouth. It wasn't the mouth, it was the jaw. Tell you what part I'm on right now. Page 226. June's perspective. The blood on the knife's hilt is dark. But there's another mark there too, something darker than blood. At first I think it's part of the faint pattern on the knife, but these marks, ... I haven't read this yet. I'm just going to guess it's the grease that was on Thomas's forehead. Okay, but these marks are on top of the blood. They look black, thick and textured. I try to remember what the knife looked like on the night it happened, when I had a chance to look at it myself. These black marks look like rifle grease. Oh, almost like the streak of grease that was on Thomas's forehead when I first saw him that night. Freaking Thomas! 15! Okay, bye-bye. I gotta go pick my brother up. And no, I'm not taking this off. That's a neat little fact. Inside a Day's pendant is a United States quarter. Just a small thing, but I'm like, aw, that's kind of cool. Okay, one of the creepiest messages a dead person can give to his still living sister is, "Follow me, Junebug." Woo, that was close. I thought for sure that this was gonna turn into like Solvent Green, Twilight Zone, cannibalism stuff for a second. Like this line right here. It's Matthias's little secret messages to June. Dad found out that the Republic engineers, they start off in the most obvious place. Those high-rise terraces full of grazing animals isn't where most of our meat comes from. I freaked out for a second, thinking that they take the bodies of the kids they kill and eat them. But so far, that doesn't seem like what's happening. However, the government is, of course, responsible for the plagues. They're culling the weak to cultivate the strong. November 26. Thomas knows. Casey, why are you picking only on Thomas? Why aren't you picking on Commander Jameson? She's the superior officer. She ordered him to kill Matthias. Well, we knew right from the start that the commander was just mean, okay? She didn't try to hide it. She was just an awful person. But Thomas, his little charade didn't fool me. Trying to look all slick and pristine and nice, but he's not. Time to break out of the prison. I brought plastic spoons. Gonna dig our way out. Save the day. Get it? Save the day. You don't even need plastic spoons for this. These guards are dumb. This is the second time Commander Jameson, who I'm going to guess is like 40, has called Day beautiful boy. Nope. I do not like this bit of foreshadowing. I do not want John to die. June?
Said Thomas.
Yes? You weren't home last night. June's in trouble. June's in trouble. Oh, we got some now you see me tactics going on. Why is Day acting so loopy? John! Daniel Alton Wing executed December 26 by firing squad. Of course the Republic would announce Day's execution as successful, even though Day and I know otherwise. Duh! Finally, second to last page in the book. Why are you called Day? Every day means everything's possible again.